Hi, friends. This is podcast number 3 from Kingdom Power. Enjoy. I believe it's going to give you insight that would be tremendously valuable. I found this, that there are certain governing laws which allows God to move in your midst. I got invited to preach in a place called Philadelphia, large church. The pastor, before he got me in, was speaking on the phone to me. And so the pastor asked me the question. He says, the one reason I'm getting you to come to my church is because I'm desperate. I've been a pastor forever, and I don't know anymore what it's like to have God show up in a meeting. He said, I'm tired. He said, I really am desperate. Can you promise me God will show up? It's a tall order if you don't know the principles. You see, if you know the laws behind what makes God show up, then you can with confidence go where you have to go. Do what you have to do. So I said, I can guarantee you, as long as these things are in place. Number one, you need to be desperate, and your people need to be with you. Number two, you need to be expectant. You need to so set your people up that they are expecting that God is going to show up. You've got to know that night you cannot oppose me. You cannot be a spectator with me. You can't say, well, let's see what this guy's got. That will kill the move of the Spirit. But if you can go there confident that what I've told you is going to happen, and cry out to God and believe that God is going to respond, I'll tell you, we'll have a night like you've never had. So night comes, they try and create the atmosphere with music. Music doesn't create an atmosphere. Worship does. See, if you come, you can do anything you want. You can do handstands, you can dance, you can wave flags, you can do what you like. But if you do not arrive to worship, which is the old English word worthship, if you do not arrive willing to proskuneo, to lay yourself out straight, prostrating yourself, if you prostrate yourself in your heart, God responds, always. Whether it's in a house, whether it's in a car, whether it's in a church, doesn't matter, God will show up. So they are trying the latest songs, and they're all going for it, and they're shouting and screaming, and God's not showing up. Sad when you don't really understand. So he introduces me, and I stand up. It took about 15 minutes, I think, and people start to weep and shake under the power of God. I lived out a law that made the Holy Spirit welcome and created a demand on his manifestation. By the end of the night, he said the meeting will only be an hour long. He gets up, says to these people, we'll be out of here by an hour's time. Well, 3 hours after the hour, people were still hugging each other on the floor, shaking, crying, you name it. Because when God shows up, you don't want to go home. He stood on the pulpit, and he just stared at me, and he shook his head. You could see he was going, how the hell did you do that? Of course, there are laws. There are laws of the kingdom. And if you understand the laws, things will change for you. As they say in the movies, that's a wrap. We've just completed the 3 podcasts. Pray that they were meaningful to you, and pass them on to others. Friends, do a share on social media, and go to our YouTube and subscribe. God bless.